How important is learning about managing money? I would say, since you deal with money from the minute you came onto this planet to the minute you're going to walk off, it's the most important thing that you learn. But you are not taught it at all. A lot of people have this misnomer saying, oh, it should be taught in school. No, it shouldn't. Those teachers are not money experts. This is a life skill, not a school skill. So let's begin. I got 3 big things we're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk just about managing your money. What are some of the first steps that are actually critical? Number 2, I want to share a roadmap, how to get to 6 and 7 figures and 8 or 9 if you really want that. And number 3, the consistency, the discipline, what I call the revenue producing day is absolutely essential in your life. So how do you manage your money? Well, first of all, again, you've got to want to. You have to want to manage it. Most people and the system, the financial system is set up for sheepology, right? Where you're just going to go get a job, put your money in the bank. You're just going to pay your bills. Your income is automatically, put into a bank account and you spend until it's gone. And then you go, back 2 more weeks, have a job. And that cycle is called the lifestyle cycle. And that's not managing your money. I would rather have you know your money situation, actually make some choices. So I always say, I want you to lean in and learn. I want you to read The Millionaire Maker. I want you to read Put More Cash in Your Pocket, which is how to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. And then if you want to make more money, then you read Cash Machine. So the work is all laid out in blueprints and exactly what you need. But what are the basics that you have to learn how to manage money? Well, you've got to know your income, your expenses, your assets, your liabilities. So let's define them. Income is any money that you're making, active or passive. And consolidated financial statement means that it's you and every company you have. So what in total are you making? And then you want it broken down by company and by you as an individual or you and your partner. Number 2 is how do you spend it? And again, a lot of you are stuck and you're not making money because you personally are making all the money. You personally making all the money is the worst kind of money. The best kind of money is company money. Your companies get paid. I would say companies make money, individuals get taxed. So you as an individual, if you sent Loral Langemeier a check, I'd send it back and say, send it to a company. I have no reason to make money. My company has a lot of reasons to make money. And then my company, because of that, and it's in a company, has a legal right to do all of the deductions, 81,000 pages of tax code. I love the IRS. And a lot of you are avoiding any of this learning. And, there's such a myth about, the tax code being so complicated, you poor people can't figure it out. And so then you just stay a sole proprietor, you stay in your own, way of making money, and you're not managing, you're not learning. So you need to understand income and making money. You need to understand how you spend it. I call that forecasting. And you spend in the right company. It's one of my favorite activities to do with clients is they'll come with all of their bills and say they have 3 companies in themselves. Well, which company pays for the phone? Which company should pay for the car? Which company should pay for the rent of the house? Which company should pay for wardrobe? Which company should pay for everything? So how do you use the code that the IRS gives us in the United States? And if you're watching from other parts of the world, in principle, it's the same. In Canada, it's called the CRA. So it's just a different name in your country for those kind of agencies. So I want you to lean in, understand money. How do you make it? That's number 1. In the link below, I'm giving you 2 tickets to my Millionaire Intensive. If you've been and you still aren't making money, you got to come back. And you can't say, well, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for you because you're not willing to change. How does it work for hundreds of thousands of other people who've been through these courses and it doesn't work for you? You're not that special. You can learn this skill. It's just not taught. So it just feels like a new muscle. It's just atrophied. And then you have to spend right, which is forecasting. So if you just learned how to make and spend, you are light years ahead of most people. Then if you go to the balance sheet side, which is how do you become a millionaire? You have to learn what are assets. Just like there's good and bad debt, there's good and bad assets, right? A lot of people are going to put your house, your vehicles, and yes, they're assets by definition in the tax code, but really, are they making your money? Not really. Not unless you rent out your house or have some Airbnb. And you can, by law, have 14 days you can rent out your house and actually have the entire thing deducted. Most CPAs don't even use that strategy of renting out your house for 14 days. I just do company-to-company rental relationships. It's not difficult. It's different. You're not taught this. So why learn to manage money? So you can actually use all these strategies in your life. Some of you are avoiding any work. It takes too much time, and you're overpaying taxes $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year. We know that because when we do a 3-year tax return review, typically we're getting you $30,000, $40,000 back. And the people who are making a lot of money, we've gotten just recently $120,000 back for a chiropractor, $240,000 back for a developer in Texas. A lot of you just don't know how to do it, and you just hire some, local stock and block company, and you think they're going to do all these strategies for you. They're not. On the liability side, it's everything that you owe. There's a management of everything you owe and what do you pay monthly towards it. If it's good debt, it's really low interest debt. If it's lifestyle debt, we got to get rid of it. Right? So there's a whole process in the Millionaire Maker book that I want you to really understand. If you just read Rich Dad Poor Dad in the Millionaire Maker, your light bulb should go off and say, I need to manage this. No one cares about your money more than you. I would say right next to your children is your money. Because if without it, you don't get to walk on this planet. Every day you need cash flow, not cash. You're buying food, you're buying drinks, you're buying gas, you have electricity, you have your phone. Like all of these bills are happening. You need cash flow. And at the basics, that's what I would teach you to manage, is just those basics. Number 2, the roadmap to 6 and 7 figures. Making your first 100,000 as an entrepreneur is the hardest work you'll ever do. Now, if you're already at 100,000, going from 100,000 to $1 million in business is like that. You could do that in a year. You just have to ramp up 3 things in my blueprint. You got to ramp up your marketing, your sales, and your cash flow, and your team. You've got to buy into a team that's going to help you this move. You cannot do this by yourself. There's no such thing as self-made millionaires that are team-made. So as you leverage yourself and the team, you're going to lead more, you're going to do less. The blueprint is you've got to have marketing and sales. You've got to generate leads. You got to sell the leads and forecast your cash flow so you actually can run it. And then you really have to pay yourself first, which is not pay yourself personally. It's you're going to loan money from your operating company into an investment LLC, and it's a loan, so it's not taxable instead of going to you. Lots of things to teach you. And you can say, oh my gosh, this sounds so complicated. No, it's not. It's just different. If you don't understand and want to manage your money, God help you. You're going to stay broke for a long time, so just don't whine about it. If you want to actually understand the management of money, stay on my YouTube channel. Subscribe right now. Click the notification button. Share it with those 5-10 people that are around you so you all get in this conversation. And every day, be in the conversation. Say, what did you learn? I'm out here 10, 15 minutes every day. Talk to your inner circle. Make that circle part of it. And if they don't want to be part of it, you need to atrophy them out of your life. This is not for the weak at heart. Right? If you want to just safe and stable, go listen to Susie Orman and Dave Ramsey. You want to be a millionaire, you stay here. You listen to the channel, you put in the search bar different topics that you need to learn about. You will learn to manage your money just by listening to me for 1 year. You're going to learn so much about money. And if I don't have a topic that you're interested in or that you need to know about, put it in the comments and our team feeds that back to me. And our next, recording time, I'll make you a video specifically about what you want to talk about. The most important part though, is really your commitment. What do you want? It's easy for you to tell me what you don't want and how you got into the little situation you got yourself in. I really don't care. I call it, so what, now what? So what, all that happened. Now what do you want to do about it? All you can control is your forward movement. So the discipline and consistency and persistence, because you're going to run into roadblocks, I guarantee it. That's not failures. Those are just learning opportunities. You've heard all that stuff before. But seriously, are you an emotional entrepreneur who just gets up and when you want to be a coach that day, you decide to turn on your business? Or are you really in business serving people's lives every day, right? If you go to a coffee shop and they emotionally just didn't want to come in today and the coffee shop's closed, you'd be pissed. They'd be broke. You can't do it. A lot of you are not committed to really running a company. You just like the idea emotionally of having a title like you're an entrepreneur. Unless your action can result in a bank account, like money in that account, you're doing the wrong action. So your correlation of managing money between action and a result has got to get tight. And I'm going to teach you that. So again, click on the link, get those tickets to the Millionaire Intensive. If you've been before, you can talk to our team about coming back, but you got to take this seriously. Any of you can manage and create new money. You just have to want to. Talk to you tomorrow.